What's up, everybody? Got my boy Ravi here, who is inside of Client Ascension. And good sir, thank you for coming on. You are, I believe, the fastest person to hit a 60K month in Client Ascension. It was exactly 4 months you were able to do that. So I wanted to have you on and kind of talk about that and give some value to the audience and let them know, what are you doing, what are you selling, and kind of like how this whole process has worked out for you. If you could give us kind of like a bird's eye overview of what is your business and what are you doing over here exactly?
Yeah, so we're a B2B advertising firm specifically with SaaS companies. So we kind of do everything. So paid funnel builds, ad management, email marketing. Recently, we've added organic socials, so Instagram and TikTok for, again, B2B SaaS companies.
Yeah, good stuff. So it's basically like funnels in ads agency. You just build funnels for people, you help them advertise. Is there a specific type of client you're working with or just B2B?
No, it's just entirely B2B and B2B SaaS.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So what were you doing before? I know you were like freelancing and whatnot, and kind of walk us through like the evolution of what was going on before Client Ascension and then kind of like what's everything that you changed.
Yeah, so I was always in the B2B SaaS space. Like I never like switched niches. But before that, I was just jumping around with like services and like I was just trying to sell services and I was like trying to sell offers, right? So initially I started off with email marketing for software companies, but then I quickly realized like no one really cares about email marketing as a front-end offer because like it's not as much of a revenue generator in SaaS as it is in e-commerce or info. And then I was like, fuck, what do I do now? And so I switched over to SEO. And then when I switched over to SEO at the same time, like AI SEO came into place. It was like kind of like the space got confusing. I was trying to figure that out. That exact time is when I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being broke. So let me just hop on to Client Ascension.
Yes. It was basically just like a vague, like, oh, I do SEO. I remember speaking with you about that. And I was like, dude, that's not a front end cold traffic offer the way they did. And obviously you made the changes correctly and it worked out phenomenally for you. I want to talk more about like, what are the actual deliverables of the thing that you sell? Like what precisely are you executing for these companies? Because we'll talk about pricing in a second. You charge a pretty substantial amount of money now. So I want to dive deeper into that. But first, before we do that, what are the actual deliverables of the things that you're selling right now?
Yeah, so I'll just touch on the paid funnel. So for the paid funnel, we do the VSL script, we do the VSL editing, we do the landing page copy, the landing page editing. We create the entire email sequence for a pre-call, which is typically around 15 to 18 emails. We do the ad creative scripts, we do the ad body copy, we do the ad creative editing. We do all the technical setup, do the confirmation page scripts. Like we essentially set up the entire funnel, edit it, and all they have to do is like sit and record for like 2 hours.
All those deliverables Ravi just listed are things he didn't know how to do just 4 months ago. And now he does and makes over 60K per month. And you too can do the exact same thing by starting an AI assisted agency. So we take front end cold traffic offers that are working right now and give you the AI tools you need to actually fulfill for clients without you having any experience doing it ever before. So that means in 1 month, you too could also be able to sell all of this to clients and collect way more than you are right now and work way less doing it because AI does 90% of the fulfillment work. So if you want to learn how you can start an AI-assisted agency, click the first link in the description down below. We just launched a brand new program that's teaching you exactly how to make a brand new offer, fulfill 90% of it through AI, and keep 80% plus gross profit margins without needing any tech skills or previous sales skills at all. So click the first link below, throw your information in there, and then watch the video on the next page for all the details. You've got about 12 to 18 months of this being the easiest opportunity of your life. And you'll never get the chance ever again. So go now and capitalize on this while you can. I'll see you over there. Yep, good stuff. What is your pricing? Like, what are you charging people for these builds? Is there like a recurring element to it as well?
Yeah, so we have two primary types of offer. One is a build and release, and one is a 3-month engagement. So for the build and release, it's a 10K build. This month we're pushing it for 15K. Last month was a 10K build, and for the 3-month engagement, it's a 30K thing for 3 months. Like pretty high ticket.
Yeah. Does the 3-month recur as well? So it's just paid quarterly? Is that how that you've constructed that?
Quarterly engagement that like renews every 3 months.
All right, cool. Is the recurring element here just the advertising and the constant production of new ads as well? Because I know you said you were adding in organic with that, so are you like packaging some other organic type stuff in it as well?
Yeah, so for the current batch of clients we have, we're planning on renewing 4 ads and then eventually upselling them for like a 15K, 18K per month package for like the social stuff. But if they don't get that, they're just going to be on the 10K return.
Yeah, dope. How are you getting these clients? What's the main acquisition channel?
So we don't have a main acquisition channel. We have a lot of them and like they all blend into each other. We did a pretty large Dream 100 push. We did a lot of cold DMs. What I believe the primary driver of our growth is YouTube. Right? We have like 6 videos up on YouTube right now, and every single person that closed, they watched our YouTube videos.
Yeah. Are you like manually sending the YouTube videos to them like in the sales process and whatnot? And that's kind of
Yeah.
like how you're going about this?
Yeah, so organically through YouTube, we've only had around 6 calls, like just through like the YouTube search engine. But other than that, like YouTube is something we rely on a lot for the follow-ups. Like when a prospect doesn't respond, like we have like a 10-step follow-up, and the first 6 follow-ups are all YouTube. And then after that, we go into like Gamma Docs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Walk me through, because you were making like 4K a month before, doing random freelance stuff. Walk me through the difference between what it's like running those offers before versus what you're selling now, like the main comparisons between these two. Because I think a lot of people watching this are probably stuck in this area of like, oh, I only charge like $1,000 for something, or I only charge 2K a month or whatever. Like, what is the main difference? And like, if you were giving somebody advice, how exactly do you shift towards charging these substantially higher price things? And for context for everybody, you just turned 20 or 19?
I turned 20 yesterday.
Yeah. So you're 20 years old pulling this off as well. And I've seen the screenshots of it. So it's like, how does a very young person manage to close these extremely high ticket deals? Like, what are the main differences between what you're doing before versus like how is this working now?
Yeah, if I just go off like what I was doing before, it's a typical personal branding strategy. Oh, I'm going to create a lot of content on Twitter. I'm going to reach out through DMs, and it's just hastily put together, right? And it's like, it's very obvious that you don't even know what you're selling. That's where I was personally as well, right? I did not know what exactly I was selling. And so I was like DMing people like, oh yeah, you could probably like improve this. And like, I would keep getting ghosted or like left on red. Or if people did respond, they were like, I don't see why I would use it. And the primary difference in what I have now is that it's pretty clear like how what I do gets results, right? Exactly what the deliverables are, exactly what the value to them is beyond just like ROI. Because like if you run ads, even if you do a shit, meta ads typically work. Pretty apparent how we're going to get them results. We have a lot of videos going into exactly how the system works. We have screenshots of ad accounts. We have screenshots of client results. And all of those systematically show our prospects essentially that what we do works.
Okay, good stuff. What does the sales process look like? You get someone on the call, like how are you going about this between like what you're saying on the call? Like, does it normally end up being a 2-call close? How do you go about this?
Yeah, so I would say that our sales process starts before the sales call even happens, right? The way we've structured our funnel is to like show someone exactly what happens when we build them the funnel, right? So like we implement the VSL for them, we implement the confirmation page for them, we implement the email sequences for them. So we have exactly all those same things set up so that on the call we can be like, oh yeah, you know how I got those emails. But on top of that, so what I personally do is that before the call, I send them like a voice note, like, hey, it's Ravi, saw you about to call, excited to chat. If you have any questions, let me know. And we have some text back and forth there usually as well. And so what that really does is that prior to the call, like it handles a lot of objections and a lot of basic questions. And so usually on the call, which is like, I try to have a 1-call close model because of all these processes. Last month, we've had 2 people who paid the invoice even before we had the call, which was pretty sick.
Nice. So walk us through the fulfillment process when you actually sign on a client, because we listed out all the deliverables that you're doing. Like, what's the process? Is it just you doing it? You got members on the team? Are you using AI? Like, how much AI are you using for what specific processes? Do you have like templatized versions of things that you're doing that are kind of the same across all clients?
Yeah, so I would say that our service is very productized. Only thing that would change is like design, the things we actually say in the copy. But like we know that we have a 15-minute direct VSL. It's like super B2B style. Our landing page is like problem, solution, offer stack, FAQ. Our email sequence is like 14 to 15 emails. They're like introduction, explaining the offer deliverables, breaking objections, setting expectations, pre-call, like preparation. It's very productized. And the only place where it's more involved is in the editing of the creatives and the VSL, for which we have 3 editors right now. We're doing around 150 total creatives per month across all our clients. That's the most logistically intense part of our fulfillment. But everything else, we do have AI prompts set up for the email sequence and the VSL. We need to create some for the ad creatives. But yeah, it's mostly like we're a team of 4 right now, 3 editors, 1 copywriter, and then me.
Yeah, I mean, that's normally how I go about it. Like everything that we make, it's pretty much like this is the template for what it's going to look like. These are the base structures of what needs to go on a landing page. And then, okay, if I need to write ad scripts, I just put in training data of here's a bunch of ad scripts that have already worked. Now give me a different angle. Boom, it just spits these out. And there's a degree of editing that I have to do inside of it. But I mean, like 4 years ago, bro, it was like I just sit here and manually write these things out. And like the same thing with the VSLs. It's like you could just spit these things out so fast now. It just makes everybody's life so much easier.
The crazy thing is that yesterday, like I was doing 2 VSLs simultaneously. I had 2 Manus tabs open. Like I was just putting the same prompts in there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
All right, right, so let's talk about like the difference in mindset between being stuck at like 3K a month or 4K a month. I believe that's actually a huge issue with a lot of people because you can have all the tools, the actual mechanics required to hit 30, 40, 50, 60K a month. But obviously most people don't do that. You can have two people with the same exact tools, but one person is going to make it and one person does. Why is that? I have a feeling it has something to do with mindset. And obviously I've spoken to you a lot and I know you have a good mindset. Walk us through that.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say two main differences I have in mindset. The first is that speed. When I came to Client Ascension, I was doing SEO. My entire fulfillment structure was around SEO. But as soon as like I noticed that, you know what, SEO is like a sinking ship for me right now. I don't really care enough to figure it out and transition into the AI era. I jumped into paid ads and it took me like 2 weeks to build out the whole funnel and get like outreach started running. But there are people that I see that take like a week to make a decision, then 3 weeks to like get the funnel up, and 3 weeks to start the outreach. It's like super slow process. So I would definitely say it's speed. But secondly, it's like it's self-confidence in a sense. Like, oh, do I really deserve to charge like 4K, 5K per month? Which is objectively a lot of money, right? And I would say it's a condition of scarcity mindset versus like thinking from a position of abundance. One of the coaches inside of Client Ascension, David, a lot of his coaching calls were drilling that into me. Like when I started, like I'm from Bangladesh, for example. It's like, oh man, is someone really gonna pay me 4K per month? You can ask him, it's super funny. But understanding what value you're bringing to them, right? Because like you're not just giving them the deliverables. You're saving them the time for the systems you have. You're actually guaranteeing results. Like there are a lot of these things that you provide that you're not really seeing. And because you're not seeing that, you're price shopping yourself. And that's just something that I didn't have. Like the second ever sales call I had, I just like immediately touted 8K per month and somehow converted.
Dope. All right. So I want to talk about the actual transitioning, like the mechanical transitioning of going from selling low ticket stuff to selling higher ticket stuff. I would like to know, as you transitioned away from SEO and you started selling funnel builds as a service in advertising, because you were new to it, how did you go from progressively increasing your prices, and what were those prices as you went deal by deal, if you'd be cool with sharing that?
So funny enough, the first call where I like pitched 8K per month was a call that I booked initially thinking it'd be an SEO client, but I literally came into the call being like, we need paid ads. On that call, despite me never having done paid ads and paid funnels, when I pitched 8K, they considered it. So they were like a 9-figure enterprise company. Like, we need to like go through our board. We're going to get back to you. Let's book a call next week. I was like, oh shit, I really can charge this much money. And so after that call, like I spent like CA has like whole 2-hour mastermind how you guys ran 400K in ad spend into 1.2 million. Like I watched that. I studied, like broke down like exactly what deliverables you had. And I rebuilt my landing page based on that. And then that deal didn't close. It took like 6 calls. They were just like super unconfident in me. But right after that, if I remember correctly, it was this B2B risk management app. So we got on a call. I was like, okay, let me try pitching for 8K again. Just like the first one failed, let me try again. They closed. It surprised me with how much ease they like moved forward with the deal. Like they were like almost happy to pay it on the call, which was a new experience for me, right? I was making $3,000 per month. And so for someone to be like super eager to get into an 8K per month deal.
What were the deliverables of that? Was it just the paid funnel build out and advertising? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty much the paid ads and funnel build. And then, I mean, after that, I was like, okay, fuck, I'm going to go like full all in into funnels. Ever since then, like 10K build, 20K. So it was initially 20K for 3 months. Then I increased it to 25 and now it's at 30. That's pretty much how progression went. So what I would say that really helped me was the fact that I just like bumped the prices as soon as I could. As soon as I had a case study, I bumped the prices. Like I was not progressive with it. I just like significant margins, I increased my prices.
That's actually good advice.
Yeah, because like I see a lot of people inside of CA, they're like, oh yeah, 1K, 1K, 1K. It's like, why?
So what does your fulfillment look like on the back end?
My systems are actually super bad because all I have, the height of my system is a Notion page where I have like to-do list item. And I put that in the Google Calendar. And so like right now I'm losing my mind because I have like 7 projects, different timelines for each of them. And like I have like 4 teammates who's doing what. And so I'm definitely like getting that sorted soon. It's not the cleanest thing. Like I did not have a need for a PM system until like this month. Like even when I was doing 20K per month, it was just not a necessity.
Yeah, I agree. What you'll need eventually are client success managers as well. And obviously like whatever specialized people. But I mean, again, even like being able to use AI, for instance, has just a comparison between like, it's just, you can handle so much more than you used to before. And when AI can do editing,
it would be cracked. I mean, like my goal is to like make as much money as possible. AI ever like ruins my business, at least I'm safe.
Yeah. What's your plan to get to 100K a month, 200K a month? What's the plan?
So I actually like made a pretty detailed Twitter post on this, but I'm doubling down on content and we're starting doubling down on ads as well. So the goal for the next 3 months is to spend a total of 40 grand into ads and to post a total of 32 YouTube videos. It just goes back to like what we found success with so far, right? I mean, we haven't started ads, but we serve ads, so it makes sense for us to run ads. But YouTube has been absolutely cooking for us in terms of how warm our clients come to us on the call. And the clients that do come from YouTube organic are really good. And so like the plan for next month is to like spend a lot on ads, make sure that we have a lot of content to build authority. That's pretty much what we're doubling down on to get to 100K per month.
Nice. Good stuff. So if you had all your connections removed, all your clients churned, what would you do if you were restarting back at zero right now? It's like somebody watching this video and they had nothing that you have now. How would you get back to 60K a month as fast as possible? What exactly would you do to get there?
Well, so tactically speaking, first of all, I would define what my offer is. None of that, oh, I do email marketing, I do SEO, none of that. I would define what my outcome is and I would figure out what my deliverables are. Then I would build out my funnel, VSL, landing page, pre-call sequence. Then I think a lot of people would disagree with me here, but I would focus entirely on cold DMs and YouTube. I personally found that Dream 100 for me, it takes a lot of time, but it does not convert as highly for me. So I would just like do YouTube and cold DMs. And my goal would be to send 2,000 cold DMs by the end of month 1 and to have 10 YouTube videos up by the end of month 1. And that should give me at least one client.
What would you say in the DMs? What would you do?
In the DMs, I would be super direct. I think like right now, what happens, like I've been getting a lot of DMs. It's like, hey, Ravi, how are you? It's like, I know you're trying to sell me something. I'm not going to respond. So I'd be like, hey, I saw you have an app. Like I would just do a little background check on them probably. Just present my offer, the outcome, and a call to action. Just that. I think there's a way to automate that as well. Like there's a software called X Feature or something. I haven't used it, but I would automate it and just like send 1,000 DMs as fast as possible. And at the same time, I would build my content funnel through YouTube. But I have a student. He has no results. He started his agency like 2 months ago. And all he did was do exactly this. He did Dream 100 and YouTube. But after a month and a half of YouTube, he got a call booked from YouTube and he signed that client for like, I think now 5K per month.
Nice. Good stuff. The client came directly from YouTube?
From
Nice.
YouTube. I mean, YouTube is so slept on. It's like YouTube cannot be beaten.
Good, sir. Thank you for coming on. Do you have anything else to leave the audience you would like to share with them or tell them?
You just have to blitz scale, you know, like just charge more, work fast. That's pretty much all you need to do.
Sounds good. Everybody, I will leave links to Ravi's stuff in the description if you want help building your agency or an AI assisted agency. Click the link in the description. You could check out her stuff and you could maybe potentially possibly get results like Ravi, but you were absolutely not an average result of any kind. You were one of the best performers possible. So good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Good stuff, bro. Appreciate you coming on.
You too. See you.
Hope you enjoyed this interview, guys. Let's recap this real quick. So Ravi came into Client Ascension with an offer that had absolutely zero legs to ever scale on cold traffic. So in order to hit his income goals, he had to change what he was selling on the front end. What he had before flat out was never going to work no matter what he did. So we changed his offer. He started selling completely different things. So, but of course you might be saying, but Daniel, that would mean I need to spend hundreds of hours learning a new skill and I'm not confident I can do that. No, that all changes with AI. So I can give you all of the AI tools you need for dozens of front-end cold traffic offers, allowing you to immediately start selling it to clients with zero previous experience. There's no more spending hundreds of hours learning a skill. You just use pre-trained AI systems to complete the client delivery work. So AI does 90% of it. And we've even got the best possible methods for you to sign clients without any previous case studies or social proof. This means that even if you think you aren't ready, it doesn't matter. AI will do most of it. So you're probably way more prepared than you think you are, right? But like every single opportunity to ever exist ever, more people will come in and it will get more saturated. You have roughly 12 to 18 months of this being quite literally the easiest possible opportunity of your life. It's easy to sign clients right now, and it's easy to fulfill for them, and it's easy to get them results. You are way more prepared for this than you think, but you need to take advantage right now. So if you want to start your own AI-assisted agency and get it off the ground in the next 30 days and learn everything you need to actually be successful with it, click the first link in the description down below. That's go.clientascension.ai. That page will have a video and a full explanation of how this works and how I can help you do this. So if you want to take advantage of this, it's extremely urgent you do it now. Click the link below. I'll see you over there. Peace.